Alright, so my name is Jamie Carey again, and I'm going to be persuading you guys that the New England Patriots have the greatest dynasty of all time. So imagine winning 5 Super Bowls in just 15 years. Only Tom Brady and the Patriots know how 5 rings feel on one hand. Since 2001, the Patriots have made 7 Super Bowl appearances, winning 5, won the AFC division 7 times, and 14 division titles out of 15 years. An impossible task doesn't come with ease or luck. There are many reasons why they earn the greatest dynasty of all time. First, it comes with the Patriots system and their discipline. They mastered the draft system in their scouting team. In football, it starts off with QB, and Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. And to top it off, they have the greatest Super Bowl comeback of all time. So to go back to the Patriots system, they're disciplined, and their players adjust to what Bill Belichick wants, which Bill Belichick is their coach. Football is a tough and fearless sport. Bill Belichick knows that, and he implements it religiously in the locker room. So the players are conditioned to stay on top of their game, and if they get off track, then they will face the tough coaching by Bill Belichick and the rest of the players. Actually, an example of this is when Randy Moss was late to a team meeting when he was on the team in 2007. He was fined money. He was fined like $20,000 just for being late to a team meeting. And reporter Cindy Ferguera on January 30th, 2012 said Teddy Bruschi, Rodney Harrison, and Mike Vrabel used to monitor the locker room and call guys out for being late as well. Also, Bill Belichick is stern when it comes to social media. He controls what the players say. He likes it to be not flashy. Actually, a former player named Ross Tucker, who used to play for them back in the 2000s, was interviewed by Sporting News on July 26, 2013, and said that Belichick would start on the treadmill every morning after reading clips and highlighting certain things he found interesting. Then he would go into the team meeting and tell the players what they were going to be asked that day. Somehow he knew what they were going to be asked that day, and told them what the team's stance on the topics were, so they knew what to say. He's kind of a get with it or gone coach, and that's what separates them from the other teams in the NFL. Also, to go back to the best drafting system and free agency tactics, they mastered the scouting plan and perfected the draft, and so that's what separates them as well. Players want to stay, and they'll do anything to stay on the team. They'll take player cuts, they'll take salary cuts, and they actually use a different scale in the draft than every other team. They use a number scale, where the success of a player in the NCAA is X'd out, and they compare him to players in the Patriots and the NFL. And if they know that they can't match up well with the rest of the NFL, then they are no good for the team. They look for qualities in a person too, such as leadership, dedication, and maturity are the big 3 for the Patriots. And like I said before, they also bargain with free agency and keep the upper hand with the veterans, as they signed Chris Long last year, which helped them win the Super Bowl. And this year, or in the offseason, they traded their number 1 pick to the New Orleans Saints for Brandon Cooks, a young and up-and-coming wide receiver. And they also got recent draft steals with Tom Brady in the 6th round, 199th overall, Gronkowski with the 2nd round, 42nd overall, and Julian Edelman in the 7th round, 232nd overall. And another cool stat is they drafted the most Pro Bowl players since 2000 when this journey started. The third reason is Tom Brady is the best QB matched up with Bill Belichick of all time. His regular season dominance is crazy. His stats show it all. He has 183 wins and 52 losses. He's 4th career passing at all time in touchdowns. His passer rating is 3rd all time at 97.2, and he has 49 game-winning drives, which is 3rd all time. And Tom Brady, it just shows how clutch he is and how he has led him to this dynasty. At last year, he was 39 years old and threw for 3,554 yards and 28 touchdowns with only 2 interceptions, which is pretty crazy. And his 14 titles and 15 tries is best all time for his division, as well as 183 regular season wins are 4 away from being the most all time. He's been Player of the Week 27 times, Pro Bowl honors 12 times, and first team All-Pro Bowl choice while being MVP 2 times, so being the best player in the NFL in his 15 years. His playoff dominance is also what separates him. He leads NFL with 8,628 yards and 61 touchdowns in the playoffs, 9 playoff winning drives, which completely separates him from everybody else. And him and Bill Belichick are a deadly duo. They're the most winning player-coach duo of all time, passing Dan Marino and Dan Shula at 117 wins. And Brady makes his team compete every day at practice, as well as Bill Belichick, and their plan every week is committed perfectly by Tom Brady, and he's the best QB ever. To top it off, they have the greatest comeback of all time in the Super Bowl. They were down 28-3 late in the third quarter to overcome the 25-point deficit, most all time, to win the Super Bowl last year. Just to top off their dynasty. The Patriots have earned the title of this, and through their stats and performances, 7 Super Bowl appearances, 7 AFC titles, 14 division titles in just 15 years since 2001, which is a span of only 15, 16 years. Their system, their marketing, they're mastering the draft. Tom Brady and the greatest comeback of all time is the reason why they're the best.